Eugenia. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Thanks for like Eugenia. How was your day? How was your day? Mine was somewhat busy this morning and towards the afternoon, but a good day nonetheless. Any day above ground is a good day, a good day, a good day. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Woo! Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is hump day. Hump day. Hump day was yesterday. And my spin day. What am I talking about? The last day of the 5-day work week. Tomorrow, Friday. Woo! You can make it, folks. You can make it. Stay positive. Stay positive. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Car chat. Car chat. Car chat. And of course, this iteration is car care, just some basic car care stuff that I'm going to talk about. And this is things that I have learned over a few years, dibbling, dabbling in it with my husband, and he's telling me some things, etc. And just my looking online, trying to research things out for myself. But those are for other chats, talks, what have you. But some of the more basic things when we talk about car care is just some basic things that we possibly can do ourselves or have or pay someone to do. And I'm going to kind of sort of well, speak to everyone, but for the ladies, the single ladies, etc. Hopefully some of these tidbits may be helpful to you because like I mentioned yesterday, sometimes we may not have a significant other, a spouse, or someone or a guy that's knowledgeable about cars that can come and take care of the stuff for you to where we or you have to go out and have someone do these services for you, and of course you pay for these services. But one of the more basic things that is the oil changes. Now there have been times, hello the bud files, how are you, thanks for being here. There have been times when I have gone out and I've asked my husband, hey, you know, where's the dipstick thing? I learned that. Where's the dipstick thing? And, he showed me where it was and I pulled it out and he said, to wipe it off the first time with a napkin and then dip it back in there and then look at it. Okay, so I'm looking at it. What am I looking for? So you have to ask all these types of questions. Hello, Grammy's Journal. Thanks for being here. Like I'm looking at it. And I guess if the oil is new or what have you, it has, a nice brown color. And I guess when it starts, when you start to drive the car more and more, it'll start turning darker brown, maybe even black, etc. I guess we don't want it to get to the black part because that is when you know that there's trouble probably brewing and you should have long since gone and had your oil change, something or another like that. Now, what I've been doing lately is the last time I had my oil change, I went to the Walmart out there where my mom lives in Virginia, way down the road. And before that, here, I will go to the Valvoline, which is like the Jiffy Lube, you in and out in 15 minutes, etc. So I've been going there. And one of the things that if we're going to these places, for the ladies, and I know the men are probably in the know, some of them, the ones that have been around cars and all this other stuff, know that depending on your mileage, the type of, and there may be other factors too, but this is just a little bit that I know. Depending on the mileage of your car is the type of service or oil change that you are going to get. And I think for cars that are over 75,000 miles, um, that's like high mileage, but it just depends. And of course, the owner's manual, which I'm going to speak about shortly, is critical. Need to read it, need to read it. A lot of people don't. I know that I don't, but back to that in just a moment. But depending on the mileage of your car is the type of oil change that you should be getting. So I have a a high mileage car. Then I need to get like the more expensive oil change, that synthetic oil change, etc. That is the one that I need to get. And those are pricey, $80+ and most of these places have coupons. So please make sure, this is a budgeting challenge, that you go online and look for a coupon. Most of these places have coupons. I went to the Jiffy Lube site and they had coupons, and the Valvoline, they have coupons. And of course you can, get it download it digitally, which I have come to start to do. I print it out also just in case there's an issue. I just want to have everything covered because, paying out $80, I want to get the $7, $10, whatever offer they got going on. I want to get that, but nonetheless. Yeah, so depending on the mileage, that is a type of oil change that you need to get. And please make sure that you're doing your research before you go down there so that you can be in the know and not get there. And I'm not saying someone's going to try to take advantage of you, but you don't want to get taken advantage of. And knowing in advance will help you. So do your research online. So yeah, oil changes is one of the basic things that you can have someone do for you, etc. You buy all the stuff, the oil pan. They're going to do it outside of your home, like the mobile mechanics. Well, the oil pan to catch the oil, and then of course you have to dispose of the oil. And most localities have a place where you can dispose of oil, maybe antifreeze, maybe transmission fluid, whatever type of fluid that there is. Most localities have a place for, like, I guess it's hazardous waste disposal. So please make sure that if you're doing it yourself, that you know where to go to dispose of the oil. It is hazardous, and you don't want to put it in a garbage can or anything like that. All of that. So when you go, make sure you have a coupon, get the particular type of oil change that you need for your vehicle, etc. Now, at these Jiffy Lubes and Valvoline, they are doing a whole host of things when you take your car. They're not just changing your oil. And I printed out the things that the Valvoline folks do there. It's an 18-point inspection that they do. And I'll read off some of the things, of course, besides the oil change. And with the oil change, you are getting 5 quarts of Valvoline oil, and it'll be their brand, more than likely their brand, not like going to get Mobil or some another, but that may be the brand that they use, but nonetheless. And I have taken one of those, the large containers of oil that is like 5 quarts or more there to the Valvoline place, and the charge was like $40 or what have you. So I got half of that because I took my own thing there. But that's a whole nother thing if you decide to do that. But some of the things that they do at the Valvoline oil change place is lubricate the chassis where available. This is what they've got on their site. Under chassis visual inspection, under hood visual inspection, reset the oil change light, automatic transmission fluid, brake fluid, differential fluids if requested, and you have to know that you need that, power steering fluid, radiator fluid, air filter. And I know just the air filter that is under the hood. And then there's a cabin air filter also inside of, right below the glove compartment. I'm learning right below the glove compartment in this Honda that I have, or it might have been in the Nissan. Transfer case fluid, if requested, you would have to know that. Battery test at participating locations. And I mentioned the cabin air filter. Headlights and taillights. Yes. Once you get into the bay, they want you to do all the different, to check your headlights, your taillights, your brake, your signal, all of that stuff. It's just like a pre-road check that each and every person should do when they are out and about, and before they go and get on the road. That's some of the basic things that they should do, because we know that there can be an issue if you are stopped by the police, if you share my complexion, where you may not make it out because of something as basic and simple as a tail light being out, because most of the time they're going to be behind you to see your tail light is out, etc., or something like that is out. So we got headlights and tail lights, serpentine belt, I heard of it. Tire pressure, and wiper blades. Now the tire pressure, I learned how to do that, and you can buy those little tire pressure check things, what have you. I learned so much, but it's just basic stuff. But I was so happy to learn something and how to do something. Thank you so much, Rooted in Essential Oils, for sharing me out. I do appreciate it. The link is in the chat, folks. Go and check out Rooted in Essential Oils. Go and check him out. Natural plant-based living. He is over there. He sells these the essential oils and all the products that goes along with it. Household cleaning products, also in two that are natural, Good for you, good for your family, and good for the environment. Rooted in essential oils. Go check out Famous. And as always, to save some coins, get into that description, check the description. Rooted in essential oils. Thank you so much for sharing it to your community. Well, go and check them out, folks. Go and check them out. The link is in the chat. Thank you so much, Famous. Thank you so much. Yes, I bought one of those tire pressure check things. And also, for the folks that don't know, when you open your door inside of your car, most of the more recent ones, and they probably had it in there the whole time. Obviously, someone was not paying attention. Inside the door, it tells you like your tire, the number of the tire that you should have, and it's on the actual tire, depending on what type of tire you get. Inside the door, it will tell you the pressure, the tire pressure that your tire should be set at, I guess, for maximum, for the best use of your car, for the best use of your vehicle. So you want to make sure that it's always at that. And also another thing that I learned, and all of this learning that I did with my husband, uh, the tire pressure monitoring system. If that is a little bit off, that tire pressure thing is going to be like your first line of defense to see, hey, do I need a whole nother set of sensors, the one, two, or all, or to replace all four? You can do the little tire pressure check thing. One of them may be off, and that may solve the problem. If not, then you just go on to the next thing that could possibly be causing it. And you don't want to have to buy a whole set of four, but that's might be the best bet. But yeah, tire pressure and the wiper blade, something real easy and simple. And I learned how to change those out and put new ones on myself. So some basic things that the ladies can learn to do themselves, etc. Because some of us, don't have a husband or other folks out there. Hello, Heather, Chronic Condition Crafting. 2 emoji limit in the chat. 2 emoji limit in the chat. And 2 emoji limit in the chat, folks. 2 emoji limit in the chat. I am doing well, Heather. How are you? How are you? Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks for sharing me out. Thanks for sharing me out. Just share out this live, yes. But yes, wiper blades, like I said, I learned how to put them on, and that has been very helpful. Just learning some of the basic stuff that I can do myself. It feels empowering. I know it's not a whole big deal, but it feels empowering to me, like, oh, okay, I can do this if something happens. I can check the tire pressure if something is going on, etc. And I also learned how to use an air compressor to actually put it back to the tire air pressure that it should be per what's on the inside of the door and what's in the car owner's manual that we all should be reading. We all should be reading, and I'll tell you what parts of it that I have read. But those are the 18 things that when you go to the Valvoline that they are checking. I printed this out this morning. There may be other things. And like I mentioned, some of the things on here you have to request. So in order to request them, you would have to know that you need it. And of course, they are a business. When you get there, they are trying to upgrade and sell you something that you possibly don't need. But if you don't know that you need it, you don't know that you need it. And at that point, most of the time I say no, because I have a husband to call and ask, hey, do I need such a thing, etc. And it is my husband that he is telling me the truth, not waiting for something to happen. And like, oh, okay. Wanda died. No, just kidding, folks. Just a little humor. Just a little humor. Just a lither humor. Heather saying tire pressure is wicked important. Yes, it is, because if you can check it, if like I mentioned about the tire pressure monitoring system, those sensors, and they can be pricey. They can be pricey, especially if you go with, your car make brand, your car make, uh, and not an after factory ones. It can be very pricey. It can be very pricey. So yeah, that little tire pressure thing, first line of defense with regards to that first line of defense. They are inexpensive. Of course, if I bought it, it's inexpensive. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It might have been $6 or $7. It was wicked inexpensive. And also with Pep Boys, most of these places have a loyalty card, some another like that. And I guess you get points and you can get a few pennies off or something. So we utilize that. I utilize that also too. This is just some basic car care that if you're getting someone to do it for you, like one of these big box places, etc. Or if you're having someone do it, just some things that you should know for yourself. So that was that with regards to the oil change. What else did I write on here? Oh yeah. And please make sure the owner's manual, Me with regards to the owner's manual. Slow down, Wanda. One, not reading it like everyone says that a person should. I'm not reading it. And the times that I have gone to the owner's manual was to see how to set the clock, how to put in the radio code. Like this car requires a radio code just to have the radio come on. And every time that the battery is undone, unplugged, et cetera, you have to go back in and put in the radio code, at least for this Honda here. Your car may be different, which is why the owner's manual is key, because I'm just looking at the thing like radio code, like how am I supposed to get it? I don't know what the code is. And then you go to the owner's manual and it tells you what all you need to do to access the manual, to access the code, to get the code. And after you get the code and you get the radio on, now you want to, set it to all your favorite channels and what have you. So I will go into my owner's manual to figure out how to do that. Those are like the things that I would go to my owner's manual for. And that would be it. Lots of information in the owner's manual as to a whole host of things. Another one is tire rotations. How often you should rotate your tires based on the car that you have. And of course, you have the owner's manual. So you will go to the owner's manual to find out what the manufacturer say is the best time, the best mileage that you should be checking or rotating your tires, etc. How often you should be lubricating, like the things on your door and other things, putting, I don't know, WD-40 oil on it or some other type of oil on it, the type of oil that you should be putting on it, a whole host of things. These are just some of the things that I've seen in there. When I was doing, trying to, get intimate with my car. I'll just put it that way, trying to learn about my car so that it can last as long as it possibly can. But yeah, a whole host of information how you can keep your car well maintained, running well, etc. Whole host of stuff that I couldn't even begin to tell you, but everything is outlined in there. And of course, in the back, it has that glossary, and it tells you what page everything is on, which is good, like headlights, the type of lamps or lights that you should put in there, whether it should be Sylvania or some other like that, etc. Whole host of information that is very important, very basic, easy stuff that, we ladies and the men that aren't all that familiar with cars can, go and check out and know at the jump. But yeah, that owner's manual, they're hiding information in there. No, they're not hiding it. They gave you the owner's manual, obviously for me, you, and the next person to utilize. Go in there and find the information that you need. Hello, Big Rooster. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Car chat. I'm gonna be on motorcycle chat next time. Just some things that I am learning as I go along. And like I was talking about yesterday, the car prices are crazy. We want to be able to keep, or I want to be able to keep, and I'm sure you all out there want to be able to keep the vehicle or vehicles that you have for a long period of time till the wheels fall off, etc. All of that good stuff. What else did I put on here? I think I may have mentioned it. Oh, some good things to know. And I've started to pay attention to this a little bit more when I'm going up and down the road. Is the little noises that that are happening with the car. Every time I hear a different noise, I'm telling my husband, hey, I'm hearing this type of noise and it sounds like this is doing whatever it is that it is doing. I explain it to him, and then he'll go out there and get it and ride around and see if he can hear it. All of this other good stuff. These husbands, they are handy to have. But yeah, you have to be listening out for the noises. And the thing that I wrote on here is, don't put a bottle of water in the side of the car where they have a little area where you can put your, like if you go through the drive-through, your soda, your water bottle, etc. Don't put one of those because if you're riding down the road and you start hearing, it rubbing up against something or what have you, you think something is wrong with your car, and then you're getting all crazy and not realizing, hey, I got a water bottle over there. And this has happened to me when I've been going down the road. So just make sure that and you don't want to be and you don't want it to be where when you're going down the road, it's not light outside yet and you're thinking something is going on because this noise is happening. And even though it's happening inside of the car, you just don't know. You just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. But yeah, that has happened to me. And yeah, so just make sure when you're putting things in your car, it's like in one central location. Stuff isn't rubbing up against each other or themselves while they're in the thing. All of that good stuff. Thank you so much, Heather Chronic Condition Crafting, for sharing me out to your community. Well, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Just like her title says, crafting. She's over there doing crafting of all types. It is October, and I don't know that she's doing some Halloween type themed stuff over there, but go check out Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. Go check out her channel. All types of crafting going on over there, giving tutorials. She goes live on Sundays, I think at 10:30. Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. Last month she had a scrap timber, but her whole thing is she is crafting on a budget. She is crafting on a budget. Go and check out Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. Go and check her out. Go and check her out. Crafting on a budget. Wanda Budgets and Beyond. This is a budgeting channel. Go check her out. Go check her out. And she's utilizing some stuff that she is getting from the Dollar Tree. I don't know. They must have some type of transfer there because I hear her saying that, but I may be mixing her up with someone else. Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. Her link is in the chat, folks. The link is in the chat. Go and check her out. Lives on Sunday at 10:30. And also Rooted in Essential Oils. Thank you so much, also and too, for sharing me out. He does lives also and too. Go check him out. I think he has the upcoming posted, as does Heather, when they're going live. And he is Mountain Standard Time over there. Heather, I don't know what it'll be. She has it she has upcoming. She has upcoming. I think she's in South Dakota or North Dakota. But yes, the owner's manual, please make sure that when you purchase a car, new or used, etc., that you have one. And I'm sure that you can go online and print out all the pages or look at the stuff that you want to, but having it in the vehicle, like in the olden days, is great, is great, is great. Having it in the car so you can just pull it out at your leisure and just go through it and check it for the thing that is happening at the moment, which would be me. But now I know to do a little something differently. But yeah, go and check it out. Look at you. Yeah, so nice to be heard and listened to and learn from. Well, thank you. And, for all of us, and especially if we are parents, so nice to be heard by our children and listened to by our children and learned from by our children. Goodness knows. A lot of that doesn't happen all at once, especially if you are a parent. But that is a whole nother thing. That is a whole nother thing. Owner's manual, very important. Please, when you get a new car, used car, read it. Very helpful, very helpful, very helpful. Will help you keep your car in good condition, well maintained, if you follow the stuff that is in there. And I get it. Some of the stuff, especially if you have to pay out of pocket, you don't have that significant other, spouse that knows how to do a whole lot of the stuff, and you have to pay someone that it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. This is the budgeting channel, so money is going to be involved. If I'm going over there to get the oil changes, you're going to get the oil changes, etc. Your car gets into an accident, of course, you have insurance. That's a whole nother topic for another time. But of course, you're going to have to come out of pocket at some point. All this deductible talk and what have you. I don't know. But yes. But the insurance thing is another thing. But yeah. Let's see. I talked about that. I wrote down some things. Owner's manual, very important, very important. And another thing that I want to mention too, for the ladies and others, like when you, especially if you're living single, living alone, and even if you do have a spouse, etc., but you're just traveling alone in your car, you definitely want to make sure that before you go on the trip that you are doing some of those pre-check things that I mentioned that the Valvoline people do when you pull into the bay. Headlights, do a check of the headlights, tail lights. Of course, have your all your fluids in your car, windshield wiper fluid. You have the oil change, the reset light, the oil change reset light is back to off, etc. You don't have the check engine light that it is not on. If it is, then you need to go and figure out what is going on with your vehicle before you take a road trip, something or another like that. Make sure that the windshield wipers are in good condition, the tire pressure is correct. Make sure that all of that stuff is correct. Great before you even get on the road to go on a trip, before you go on a trip. And what I do when I leave out, and most of the time I leave out when it's still dark outside, is I'm I want to make sure that I leave out, and if something goes wrong, what have you, like a rental car company or rental car place, it will be open in a few hours and I can go and get a rental vehicle, etc. Call my car insurance place and say, hey, I need a rental, etc., etc. And I don't know whether they set that up or not. I've never had to use that. But I don't want to be leaving somewhere like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then my trip is 3 or 4 hours, and then right before they close, I have this problem. I don't know how. Maybe they have 24/7 service. I don't know. I've never had to utilize it, and I don't want to. But I just always try to leave in enough time to where if something goes down, it'll be light soon, and then people will see me, etc. Of course, I call my husband, etc., all that good stuff. And the car rental places are open. Now, there could be some that are open 24/7. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't tried it. But definitely make sure that you do your research. And of course, that is something that I would need to research going forward to see if they are 24/7, because I don't want to be caught out there. If you're traveling alone to begin with, you are in a vulnerable state. I'm not trying to make it like drastic. Oh, you can't function or anything like that. But you have to always be aware of your surroundings and know that you are a woman out here, in the world, and there are people that aren't so kind. Hello, Tamika Davis. How are you? How are you? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. And that there are crazy people out here that aren't so kind. And if they see you by yourself, there isn't any masculine figure around, a man around, or someone other like that, then they may see that as their opportunity to get you. And yeah, and if you're having to pull off to the side, just try not to do that. Try to make it to a place that is well lit, like a gas station, a big gas station where they're open 24/7. There are people there, etc., something like that, like a Wawa or what have you. All these other places, I don't know their names, but except for that one, there are others. There are others. There are others. So you don't want to be in a vulnerable state because you're traveling alone, and people out here are crazy. What else? Of course, gas up before leaving. Gas up before leaving. And one of the things that I do, and I mention it here on One of the Budgets and Beyond, is that when my tank gets to a quarter of a tank, and sometimes it has, since I'm going up and down the road, it has gotten to like half a tank, and then of course I fill back up. But normally when it gets to a quarter of a tank, I fill back up so that I can always be at the ready when I need to go someplace. If you're living in a large metropolitan area, and even though it may take you normally 20 minutes to get home, but you have to fight the traffic and it becomes a 1 hour deal just on a normal day, there aren't any accidents or something like that, then you want to make sure that you are gassed up. And if there is some big type of major event like an 18-wheeler that jackknifes or overturns or some other type of thing happens, the armored trucks, the money is all over the, the interstate or something other like that, or just a bad accident, numerous vehicles, then you want to make sure that you have enough gas. If it's summertime out, you want to keep that thing going so you can be air conditioned. People may have medical conditions, etc., and then that may set off something else. So you just want to make sure that your car is always full of gas, full of gas, full of gas. And that's where, making sure you got your coins together is going to be helpful. What else did I put on here? Be aware of your surroundings. Of course, do your vehicle pre-check, all the stuff that I mentioned before, your wipers, all that good stuff. And if you're able to, because I know a lot of people when they get car insurance, and that's a whole nother topic. Car insurance, they just kind of sort of get the basic things that they need, either full comprehensive if they still owe on their vehicle, and once it's paid off after many years, then they may decide just to get liability, whatever it is, and however it is that people do their stuff, then that is great. That is great. But if you're able to get it to where you can have get the car rental insurance or what have you, and the I guess the tow truck stuff, etc. Because my husband, he is telling me these things, and I'm just, I'm just kind of, just like, okay, woo, 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 like, wah, 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 But it is helpful and critical and key to for me to know. So I'm going to ask again tonight what all he was saying when he was telling me this. If you at all, if you can possibly at all get those things, it is going to be helpful to you, even for the guys, but more so for the ladies, so that you know that, hey, if something happens to my vehicle, I can call up a tow truck company, etc., and have them come pick up my vehicle. Once again, if you are alone, you have to be very careful, because it's probably going to be a man that is going to be picking you up. So that, brings on a whole host of other thoughts, ideas, etc., just for you yourself. Like, okay, now I am in a rumble state. This tow truck driver is probably going to be a guy, and now I have to, what am I going to do? And then the rental car, making sure that you are able to, get a rental car quick, fast, and in a hurry without your having to come out of pocket. I don't know how it works. It may be the case that you have to come out of pocket up front and then they reimburse on the end. I am not sure how that works. And I don't want to find out really, but I just need to be in the know. I just need to know for informational purposes at this point. Yes, and the AR Virginia show put in AAA. Yeah, and there's a whole host of other companies that yeah, you can get something to the side like AAA, and you don't have to be through your insurance. Also into, and definitely click on all the links. Shout out to the replay gang. Click on all the links that are in the chat. Thank you so much, Rooted in Essential Oils, for sharing me out to your community wall. Thank you so much. Please go check him out. Natural, free, plant-based living, good for the environment, and of course, your family and you are most important. So it's good for yourself and your family. Rooted in Essential Oils. Go and check him out, folks. Go and check him out. The link is in the chat. He also sells essential oils, household cleaning products, humidifiers, a whole host of things. Go to his channel. You will see the links to where you can get more information. Rooted in Essential Oils. Go check him out. Check out that description. Very important. This is a budgeting channel. Save some coins, folks. Save some coins. Rooted in Essential Oils. Go check him out. And Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. Go check her out. She is crafting her little heart away. Check out Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. Crafting on a budget, folks. Crafting on a budget. We love that word, budget. Being frugal, and of course, utilizing everything that you have, not letting anything go to waste in any and every way, not just food, money, etc. And her business, crafting, her YouTube channel is about that. Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. Go and check her out. She's making some great t-shirts over there for her family, for the school. I seen her make some popcorn containers, put some designs on there for her family. Go check it out. Go check it out. And also, she upgraded her entry hallway. Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. Don't want to give too much away. I want you to click on the link and go over there and check out her channel. She goes live. She goes live on Sundays, I think at 10:30. And that's Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. And Rooted in Essential Oils, he goes live also in 2. He's in Colorado Mountain Standard Time. Go and check out his channel. He will have the upcoming, as does Heather, the upcoming as to their next time that they are going live. Go check them out, folks. The links are in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, and of course, check out my my backup channel, Cash Into Envelopes. Cash Into Envelopes. Yeah, that was what I wrote down for that. Cash Into Envelopes. Go check it out. The playlist, all of that good stuff. The shorts. I did some shorts today, folks. I did some shorts today. Go and check them out. They're here on the main channel, Wanda Budgets and Beyond, and on my community wall here and on Cash Into Envelopes. Cash Into Envelopes. But yeah, getting those tires rotated is important. All of what I said is important, but getting those tires rotated is important. Now, this is how I tend to operate. Of course, I always want to have, and maybe some states, and I heard my sister and my niece, I have a sister and a niece and a nephew. Those are her children, niece and nephew. They live in Washington, D.C., and they have always lived in D.C. If they live other places, then. But nonetheless, they said that it is mandatory that you have all weather tires there. This is something they told me many, many, many years back, that you have to have all weather tires there in D.C. Maybe other states have the same thing. Maybe other states have the same thing. Thank you. I will go and watch them. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome, Grammy's Journal. How are you doing there in California? I do believe, if I recall correctly, you're out there in California. How are you doing, Grammy's Journal? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Yes, all weather tires. I want to talk about tires for just a little bit, since I talked about tires rotation and a part of basic car care that either your significant other can do, or you take it someplace and get the tires rotated. But the tires themselves, most of the time for me, this is what I do. I just go to a place, Pep Boys or something or another, and the cheapest thing that they have on there, and I do get the all weather tires, the cheapest thing that they have on there, because that is what I'm going to go with, is what I get. And I don't know whether it's 35 or 50,000 miles, some other like that. 50,000 miles, for that, what have you. But yeah, if when the time comes and I can upgrade to the next thing, then I will. But please make sure that your tires are in good shape. You have to be checking for the tread on them. I don't know how to do it, but YouTube, Google, internet will help you learn how to do that, show you how to do that. And that's probably something else that I'm going to learn how to do. I don't know. I heard something about putting a quarter, a nickel, or a dime or something another. I don't know, but it's something that I need to learn how to do. And you want to make sure, of course, we need the tires, the battery, all of that stuff, all of that for a whole nother car chat, but definitely you're going to need the tires. So you want to make sure that you have good, dependable tires, and that the tread isn't worn down or anything like that. You don't want to be out here and then something goes crazy with your tires. And if one of them gets a little crazy, then you may have to replace all four. So rotating them around will give equal usage out of all of them, equal and better usage out of all of them. So every 5,000 to 7,500 miles is, I guess, the norm or the standard. However, to know the real deal for your car, your particular car, what are we going to do? Check the owner's manual, which is something someone here hasn't done. I wonder who it was. But I'm going to get into it. I am going to get into it because I'm not trying to do another vehicle. Yeah, that owner's manual is going to be good. But yeah, if you can, because everyone starts somewhere, people just don't have the money to maybe get the rental car thing part of the insurance, on their car insurance, or maybe able to afford just AAA, like the AI Virginia show mentioned in the chat, so they can get the towing, and or maybe someone just to come out to help service their vehicle, to change a tire, whatever it may be, something minor like that. They may not have the money at the moment for that. But when they can, and especially if you are a woman that is out here living single and traveling single, and even like myself, being married, your husband is not with you all the time while you are in your vehicle, and things happen. You want to make sure that you have those things in place. And it does take money. And I'm not saying, cut out doing something and get that, because that is more important than whatever else it is that you have going on. Not saying that. But of course, there are ways we can manage our money if we're doing it. The cash envelope method, as you all know, I do over there on cash into envelopes, etc. But yeah, you have to, start thinking about these things and looking out for yourself. And most of the time when I'm getting in the car, I just get in it and drive it and put gas in it. And I'm just like, I'm leaving it for, all the stuff for my husband to come home with a complaint list of what I may have heard with regards to the car making some type of noise, or, hey, when was the last time I had an oil change or something other like that? So yeah, just get in it and I drive it and put gas in it and woo, I'm out of here. I am not thinking about all this stuff because in my brain, I'm thinking, okay, that's my husband's job. I just tell him what's going on and he'll go out there and, save me, save the world for me. Like, no, I'm getting into it myself because you never know when one have to know these things. But yeah, some of the stuff, like I said, is real easy that I have learned. Um, I went to the thrift store. That is where I got the air compressor, and then my husband showed me how to utilize it. So that was good. And then I went to Pep Boys and I bought the tire pressure thing. And of course, you can go to any of these little auto places and the big box stores to get some windshield wipers or what have you. But check your owner's manual because I am sure that there is a particular size or something for these windshield wiper blades, which I don't know. I do know how to put them on, but I don't know how to know which one to get. But the owner's manual, I am sure, will have what size your particular vehicle or my particular vehicle needs, all of that. That's just some basic things that we can do. And of course, the little pre-check I said before you travel, and it don't have to be when you're getting on the road. Maybe you might want to do this I guess to be extreme every week, once a week, what have you. Maybe that might be extreme for some folks. I know that I am not doing it at all, period. But when I see them do it at the Valvoline, when I go in there and do it, I was like, oh, that's a good idea. That's something I probably need to incorporate. Haven't done it yet, but to make sure that that stuff is working, that those things are working, the headlights, the signal lights, the tail lights, all of that stuff is working. The signals in the back, the signals in the front, the wiper blades are working, all of that stuff. Because once again, the police is going to be behind you. And if they see something out and they might be in a mood, I'm just saying, you know, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But just some basic things that we can do. And of course, if one has to pay someone for the oil change or what have you, please make sure that you go onto the site to the places you're going to, whether it's Jiffy Lube or Valvoline or some other place. It could be Walmart because some Walmarts have, the oil change and car maintenance type stuff that they do there also too. That you check for coupons, folks, check for coupons, and also kind of sort of know what it is that you need. Like, okay, I just need an oil change, and if you don't know that you need some of this other stuff, they say if requested with regards to Valvoline, then you just don't know. And be mindful that it is a business. They will try to upsell. They will try to sell something. Hey, maybe you need a radiator flush or whatever it may be. They may just throw something at you and they're thinking because you're a woman, you possibly don't know to begin with. And you may not have a man to tell you these type of things. And here you are out here. But yeah, it's just a lot when we have these cars and we want to make sure, excuse me, we want to make sure that they last for the long haul because either we do the upkeep. The upkeep is going to be way less expensive than buying a whole brand new or used car and doing the payments, every month for 3 to 5 plus years, etc. And it's probably more in the 4 to 5, even if it's possibly, everyone's situation is different. But yeah, just learning, like I'm learning these little things as I go along. That is a good thing. And another thing that I thought about doing, is with regards to we have a phone. Everyone has a phone. People like to do things electronically. And there's always an app for that. There may be an app where you can, like all your car maintenance based on your car um, make, model, all this other stuff, year, etc. You can put that in there and it gives you a timeline of all the stuff that you need to be doing. I think the owner's manual has that, maybe for some of the bigger ticket items. I think, not quite sure. See, it will be helpful for me to have looked at it, but nonetheless, there may be an app for that, or you can just say tire rotation, oil change, or some of the basic stuff. Maybe check your tire pressure, every month or so, etc. All this good stuff. And there's probably things that people can do in between, like taking things out of their out of their trunk, because sometimes I get a little heavy-handed with putting stuff in the trunk. It's like, when I, my parent brain is, it seems like it's activated all the time. I'm really trying to, get out of that mode, the parent brain, like I'm going to bring everything. I'm going to bring everything because just in case I need it, I won't need it because my daughter is elderly. But nonetheless, some things are sometimes hard to overcome or to move on past. But yeah, car maintenance is critical. That car owner's manual is key, is key, is key. So yeah, this is a budgeting channel, and in order for us to keep the things, and in this case, the car that we have for as long as we possibly can, and I get it, things happen like accidents that may or may not have been your fault, and here we are. Your car is gone, it's been totaled, etc. Whatever happened with the insurance after the car was totaled, etc. All of that is over and done with. Now you are looking at a whole new car payment for a new or used car, etc. And it is what it is. Life is always happening. But in the interim, while we do have the vehicle that we have and it is in good condition or relatively good condition, please try and get into the owner's manual and do some of the basic things that will just keep your car running well. And of course, things break down over time, etc. Yeah, just yeah, these cars are something. And when, like I did yesterday, went on the site to the Honda dealership because I love Hondas. That's a whole nother talk for a whole nother thing. Man, oh man, I can't imagine having a car payment. And if your thing is to buy used vehicles, which is great because you can get some good deals, some good used vehicles. Make sure that you're checking all the areas where you can purchase a vehicle, outside of the dealership, like private party, etc. Make sure you're checking all those things. Help someone help you. But that's a topic for a whole nother conversation. Thank you. Please make sure you click on all the links in the chat, all the links in the chat, folks, all the links in the chat. Click on them. Shout out to the replay crew. Rooted in Essential Oils. The link is in the chat. Check him out. He goes live, giving us an education on plant-based products for your home, safe for you, the environment. Everyone, go check out Famous. That's his name. That is his actual name. Go check out Rooted in Essential Oils. He goes live. Go check him out. Upcoming. Read that description. Save some coins. This is a budgeting channel. Rooted in Essential Oils. Go check him out. Heather, Chronic Condition Crafting. Thank you so much for sharing me out also in too. She goes live on Sundays at 10:30. Check her out. Link is in the chat. Crafting on a budget. Crafting on a budget. Heather, Chronic Condition Crafting. Go check her out. Go check her out. She has the upcoming notification also in too. Go and check her out. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone for being here. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Hopefully, everyone here has a great vehicle. They're keeping it well maintained. If they haven't and they've been slacking off like I have been, or they know that they can do better in some areas, please do so. Please do so because you don't want to have to get out here into this. I have to buy a new and or a used car that's new to me and start up the payment thing. And of course, you can always wait, like I said yesterday in the car talk yesterday, wait until you get a good hefty down payment, to where you can say, okay, it's no problem with the car payment. Unlike me, when I got my first car, I was like, oh, I can make that payment. I can make that payment. Not thinking about the interest and all this other stuff because you will have, hello, Lisa Stocks. How are you? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Because you, of course, will have done all of your research. You will have done all of your research. You will make sure that you get the best interest rate, whether you go to a credit union or your own bank. You have great credit. You have done your research. You're going to get the car payment that works for you, because you already budgeted, you've done and run the numbers. So yes, thank you so much. Yes, we go live daily. If something changes, I will let you know via the community wall. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to hit the like button. I have a video on contest number 3. Go and check it out. Go and check it out. The rules, the prize, it's all over there. It's all over there. Thank you all so much. Thanks for the 17 likes, folks. Thanks for the 17 likes. A little card chat, for the ladies and for the guys that may not know. But yeah, great information, things that I have learned. And I'm just telling you some of the things that I'm learning in this whole car process, because I am not trying to, I am not trying to do another car at all, period. And I get it, things happen, but nonetheless, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do my level best to keep this one going as long as it possibly can. If you just go online and look at some of these car prices, new and or some of the used ones, yeah, it's scary. And getting into a 5 or 6 year or beyond monthly payments, no ma'am, no sir, no way, no way. But yes, thank you all so much for being here. Click on all the links. Check out Rooted in Essential Oils. Check out Rooted in Essential Oils. Thank you once again. Thank you once again, Rooted in Essential Oils, famous for sharing it out to your community. Well, I do appreciate it. Check them out. Plant-based living, natural, good for the family, his family, your family, my family, the environment, etc. Great products, great prices. Check him out, folks. Check him out. He goes live. He goes live. I do appreciate your sharing. Famous. Thank you so much. Rooted in Essential Oils. The link is in the chat. Heather, Chronic Condition Crafting. Thank you so much for sharing out to your community wall. Also, thank you so much. Crafting on a budget. We love that word budget. Frugal. Watching those coins. We love it. Thank you so much, Heather, Chronic Condition Crafting, for sharing me out to your community wall. She goes live also on Sunday at 10:30. Check her out. Check her out. Crafting on a budget. Heather, Chronic Condition Crafting. Yes, thanks for the 18 or 19 likes. I'm saying 18. I'm a moderator of the AI Virginia Show. I am going to be closing out, and she can drop her links. The AI Virginia Show. Thank you so much. 19 likes. Thank you so much for the correction. 19 likes. And you can check out the AI Virginia Show. Go over there and see what all she has to offer. The AI Virginia Show. Go and check her out. Moderator extraordinaire. Over here, go check her out. If she wants to drop the links to her channel, she can at this moment while I do a little wrap up. I do a little wrap up. And yesterday, when I was doing a little thing, don't go to the car dealership by yourself. Don't go to the car dealership by yourself. Tonight, of course, the owner's manual, which I got to get into so that I can know all the things that I need to be doing, besides the ones that I know to do already, like the oil change and all of that good stuff. I have to get into it because some of the basic things that I talked about tonight, like the oil change, the tire pressure thing, etc., that's going to be helpful. Windshield wiper blades, I know how to put them on. I don't know what size I need. The owner's manual is going to tell me that. I am sure of it. It's going to tell me what size windshield wiper blades that I need, because I don't want to just go into some place and they just tell me something and it not be the right thing. But nonetheless, the owner's manual, your owner's manual has everything in there that you need. Hello, Joshua. Thanks for being here. Has everything, all the information that you need. So please make sure that you go and check it out. And for the ladies that are traveling alone, and that includes myself, even though I have a husband, he's not with me all the time when I'm up and down the road. Please make sure that you are traveling at a time to where if you need to get something happens to your car and you need to get a rental, that you're out there when they open, or a few hours until they open, so that you can actually get a rental car, etc. And of course, always be aware of your surroundings. And if you are a woman and you're traveling alone, if you need a tow truck, and most of the time it's going to be a man that's, handling and operating the tow truck, etc. So just always be careful. Just always be careful. And if you have the money, hello, Shaky Baby. How are you? How are you? How are you and Aiden doing? Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I'm glad that you caught this live. I'm glad that you caught this live. I'm wrapping up. I'm wrapping up. Um, yeah, if you're able to afford to on your car insurance policy to get like the rental insurance thing, and or the rental insurance thing and the tow truck thing, then do that. Then do that via your rental policy. Or if you can do AAA and they offer those services, fine. And I think like they may offer where they come out like if your tire gets blown out, they change your tire, all this other type of things. That is good. And we need those things, especially when we're traveling alone, whether we're married or not, whether we're married or not. And definitely if don't have someone like, oh, well, I can just go on back home and my husband will tell me what all is wrong and fix it himself, or, make sure he probably knows someone that can do the work, for him at a cheaper rate than having someone do it, etc. But yeah, make sure that you are always protecting yourself. Your car, that's one of your assets that you have. So you have to make sure that it is well maintained, because you, just like the next person, whether you're married or not, you don't want to be kicking out money, having to buy a new car and a whole host of things, and people taking advantage of you just because you're one and they think you don't know anything about cars, or that you may not have someone that you can ask the question of, etc. Yeah. Some of it may be age, and I know I'm 29, and they may think, I need to stop. I need to stop. Sweet Ree, how are you? How are you? Thanks so much for being here again, Sweet Ree. Sweet Ree. Sweet Ree. Yes, I think she says she may have to jump back into that pool from yesterday, but I'm going to talk about that. Thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Yes, 29, the A. Show. Let's not get it twisted. That's right. That's right. Black don't crack. Shake it, baby, is correctamundo. Correctamundo. Black don't crack. I started way too early at that rate because my grandson is 20. He'll be 21 next month. Oh, that's scary. But nonetheless, few basic little car things that women and guys that aren't familiar with cars, don't have a male figure in their life to help them navigate basic car maintenance, etc. All that good stuff. I think it was very helpful information. But the oil changes, which I'm getting to learn more about, like I mentioned at the top. My husband, he showed me how to, grab the dipstick and then wipe it off with a napkin and then put it back in there and then look at it. And on the dipstick, and I do remember this now that I'm talking about it, on the dipstick, it has a line or something or another. And I guess if it's above I don't know which it is. If it's above the line or below the line or something another, it's good. But I guess if the oil is black or what have you, that's not good. That's not good. You need to get it changed, or you should have changed it way, way long ago. But like I said, I am learning a whole lot with regards to just, and it comes in spells. It comes in spells, like when something jumps off with the car, whatever. I'm learning something about it, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm learning because I want to be able to keep the car going myself. And yeah, the husband is here today, maybe gone tomorrow. I know I need to stop. I'm just kidding, folks. Speak. Hello, sweet Reed. How is oldest son doing? Here today, gone tomorrow. More about the car. The car is an asset. I didn't say anything about the husband. I need to stop now. I got a good one. I need to stop. I need to stop messing around. I'm telling you. Well, we know how these. I'm not. Oh, this was car chat, not guy chat, not husband chat. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, and my team is playing Pittsburgh Steelers. We are playing Sunday, and we are LA Rams. We're going to be out there in sunny, windy, chilly California, whatever it is going on there. We are going to win. We are going to win 4 or 5 p.m. Hopefully I can watch it, El Fribo, but we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, just some good little pointers and tips Car Chat today. Car Chat today. Yeah, they're out in LA. Going all the way from Pittsburgh to LA. Football. Yeah, about keeping your car in good condition repair, because as with anything, it's money. You got the car payments, all the maintenance around the car, the insurance, and that is a whole nother topic within itself. Within itself, you are welcome, sweet Ree. You are welcome. And like I said, these are some of the things that I am learning myself as I go along. What have you, telling these crazy stories about me and my car, all of that good stuff. But yeah, very very interesting, and I'm learning a lot. Excuse me. I am learning a lot. I am learning a lot, and I do know. Yes, come back for more car tips. I will have more car tips. I do know that I don't want a car payment or anything like that, so I need to do my level best to keep what I got out there going and well maintained. I'll get into that owner's manual. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for the 20 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button, folks. Hit the like button. Rooted in Essential Oils, thank you so much for sharing. You all go check them out. The link is in the chat. Heather Chronic Condition Crafting, go and check her out. Her link is in the chat also. They both go live. They have upcomings as to when they're going live. Go and check them out. Contest number 3, video here on this channel with the rules and the prize. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Thank you all so much for being here for this car chat, and stay tuned tomorrow for more car chat. It's going to be interesting, folks. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be live. Thank you so much. Have a blessed Thursday. Also in too, Sweet Ree. And I'll see you in a little bit, Sweet Ree. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.